When they call from SIME, they think they say they called it SIME. SIME. What do you want me to pronounce?
Anything goes.
Okay. And they called from SIME. They said, could you give a little speech about your company and how you started it and what kind of impact it will have on the digital world? And I said, okay, I can do that. What is the subject of the speech? Well, you're going to talk in a series of entrepreneurs, and it will be called The Alchemist. And I said, The Alchemist, that's the guy who tries to make gold out of lead and fail. So I had to look up the definition of an alchemist, and that is the aim of achieving ultimate wisdom. And I said, okay, now I'm in the ball game anyway. So ultimate wisdom, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read minds. I'm going to read your mind, not your exact mind, but a lot of minds. And I'm going to do it over the internet. My company is called Mindmetic, and I make something called mind-reading technology. Mind-reading technology is something that we can plug in, and as you said, as a hypnotism or as a kind of a marketplace joke. It's not. It's actually real science. It's called Neuromarketing, and it's about studying consumers' motoric, cognitive, and emotional response to marketing. A guy has really promoted this for the last 14 days. That's Martin Lindström on the picture. He wrote a book called Biology, actually called Truth and Lies About Why We Buy. And he made the world's largest neuromarketing survey. He scanned 2,000 people, and he paid 35 million Danish crowns doing it. It's quite a lot of money. He did it in a scanner like that. It's a huge fMRI scanner. It has about 1 to 3 Tesla. It's a big magnetic field running through your head. You lie in that little, round circle there, and you look in a mirror, and you see a stimuli, a commercial stimuli. It could be a pack of cigarettes or whatever. And you answer with a little box, do you like it or not? And when they put this big magnetic field in your head, they can measure where in your brain the blood flows. Because when you think, you need energy and you need oxygen, and blood is the supply of that. So that's how we have this marvelous brain scans. But it's extremely expensive. A scanner like that costs $20 million. No, sorry, crowns. And one scan will cost you around 5,000 crowns. So it's very expensive, it's very complicated, and it takes a neuroscientist to figure out what's happening inside. But Martin Lindström, he claims that in 20 to 20 years, marketeers will use this kind of tool. And I say he's probably right, but it will also happen sooner. Because in Q1 2009, we are launching our own complete neuromarketing package. It's pretty amazing, actually. We have a little box that collects all kind of neuromarketing stimuli, and we will do that online. Oh, sorry, yeah. And it's very cheap, actually. We can do it, We can do it very cheap, send it out to thousands of people. We already have a pre-order of 3,000 systems. But we have a click fee, and that click fee will actually be the business plan for us, or the revenue model. It works like this. You have a person with the tool on. It's an EEG measurement. And they watch a commercial. All the stimuli is gathered in a little box. And it's sent out to us to a central computer. And we have an interpretation of hundreds of people. We can also do it as a plugin. And we actually have an agreement with a very large research company. We use our tool, and we put it into their online survey. So they ask people, do you like whatever, this movie, or do you like whatever, something? They see the movie, or they see the questions, and we can measure if they lie, actually. And later on, we ask them, did you buy it? And we will know if they bought it. So we can combine all these measurements, the biometric measurements, with the actual questionnaires. This is how the software has to look cool. So we said, okay, it must be very easy for a creative person to use this software. So we made it look like an ordinary computer software for film editing. What you see up in the top is a movie running, And you can see on the screen here, you can see what kind of emotion people have. And a little square over there, that's the real beauty of it. That's a like or dislike square. Because we can see if you have high attention, if you have low attention, or if you like it or dislike it. So you can see a little dot up there. That's a kind of a worm. So it's like moving around. So you can see where did my clients, what did they think before and what do they think now about the movie on a time frame. And we can see how much time they spend in certain areas. If I have a product that I'm going to introduce, I would like people to be in the like and high attention. So I can see, okay, the most of the movie, people really like this. So that was a product. I also promised to talk a little bit about the beginning of our venture because we have some venture people behind me. And we did it a little bit differently. We started a year ago with an experience. We actually got 2 big clients. We would like to sell neuroscience, and we were working with a neuroscientist. And the neuroscientist, he got a job from us. We had 2 clients, 2 very high-profile clients, who would pay 500,000 Danish crowns to test their marketing campaigns. And they had 14 days, a time span when the campaign was made and until it should launch. And the neuroscientist said, well, I can do it, but it will take at least 3 months if I have time. So that's how we said, okay, we have to put this guy on the software because asking him to do this, it's impossible. So we went to venture capitalists and business angels and asked them, can you help us? And we got these replies on our questions. They said, oh, they talked about dilution, clever money, last in, first out. 9 out of 10 fails. And I thought, well, if 9 out of 10 fails, either you do your job bad because you should just choose the one that has success, or I don't want to pay for the other 9 at least. So we said, can we do it ourselves? So we went to UK and looked at the tax legislation there. And we found out you can get 175% tax deduction on research. And since we're doing research, we thought, wow, this is great. We can actually, for every crown we put in, we'll get 75 euro back. So how can we fail? It will actually only cost us 25 euro to run the business. So we started up our company in England. And this is just an advice for all of you who work with research. That's a pretty cool thing to do. When we wanted the money, we said, okay, how do we needed 3.2 million to start up. So we said, how can we get that? Because the venture capitalists, they are too slow to work with. So we said, okay, we'll ask our friends, how much can you give us? And we said, invest 10,000 crowns in us. But actually, in 14 days, we got 75 friends to actually buy shares in our company for 3.2 million. It was pretty awesome at that time. And I'm almost done, so don't worry, Ola. I knew you couldn't take more. Yeah, I read my mind. I read your mind. We have no employees. We have more than 100 people working for us, and they work in 6 countries. And we do that by combining different universities, and that's also a good advice, that's to work with universities. They're not so expensive, and you can find some great universities with highly skilled people in Central Europe. And another good thing, that our share price went up 250%. And it's not me who put the share price, it was actually trading between shareholders, and I can see I have a lot of shareholders here today, actually. And in the worst financial crisis 3 weeks ago, we collected another 6.8 million just on the 75 friends that we have already. So it's a good way to raise money, actually, if you have friends. The future. You can use this for medical purposes, and I say this because every people who work with us in research, they say, we don't want to work with you because you do something that is kind of naughty, you work with marketing. And I said, okay, but I know this tool can be used for depression test, it can be used for ADHD test. How about that? Well, that we want to work for. But not the tolerance, but the precision of our tool today is only 75%. I mean, if I test 100 people, I can actually only measure 75 because the 25 is just, bad data. Can't measure them. But if we work on this road here, they will work with us. So in the future, we will get a lot of nice medical devices also for the financial business. But right now, it will be for the marketing. So that was it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I was thinking about other applications, like having a wife. First of all, I'd like to have a wife. I don't have one, but if I had one, I would love to hook her up to that and just talk to her.
And actually, I got an SMS from one of the audience who knows me, who said, when you talked about the Facebook dating, he said, why not hook it on Facebook and have this measurement so you can see what kind of mood you are in, or put it in your phone so you can, when you have it, you can touch a special dots and you can measure what kind of mood you are in. Are you stressed? Are you relaxed? And so on. So yes, you can plug it into to Facebook, and you can plug it into other kinds of trading. Actually, we are going to plug it into we call it people who invest. Invest. No. I mean those one in the bank. Those one in the bank. Because when you invest your money, you get stressed, and when you have a certain stress level, you're not thinking. You just act. So just a small stress meter would actually help you to make better decisions.
When will the marketing product be in the market? Next year?
Next year, Q1 2009.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.